Hello guys and welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Today I thought I would sit down and just catch up. You guys asked me a bunch of questions on both YouTube community and Instagram. What seems a long time ago now. I am so sorry for the delay in sitting down to do this video, but as you know, life is busy right now. We are in a very busy season with a 2-year-old. Oh, how is she 2 already? And just everything, you know, I work a 9 to 5 plus YouTube plus being a wife and a mama and our 2 pups and family and friends. So life is full, but in the best ways possible. But I thought I would take an hour that I have right now to just sit down with you guys, catch up, answer some of your questions. I want to know how you guys are doing as well, so please leave me a comment down below and let me know how you are keeping, what's been keeping you busy lately, just anything you want to share with the community. Let us know down below, and I really do hope that this video blesses you in some way, brings you some joy, and if you've asked a question, it finally answers it. Of course, I'm gonna only answer what I feel comfortable in talking about or answering. I am a very firm believer that not every chapter of your book needs to be read out loud. I'm sure you've heard me say that many a time, and privacy here on my channel is very important. Even though I love to share my life with you guys, I also like to make sure that I have a high level of privacy with my family and friends, etc. So if I don't answer your question, I hope that you are not offended that I haven't. I'm going to start with the oldest questions, which were actually from my YouTube community. I think it was soon after we moved into our new house that I posted a Q&A. So I'm going to answer a few of the questions on there, and then I'm going to head to the Instagram post I did after sort of getting back into Instagram, finding a bit more time for that, although it's very minimal. I do like to catch up with you guys on Instagram. There's a few of you that message regularly and we just share really lovely things like home decor and ideas. It's just so wonderful to connect with you in that way. So if you are on Instagram, make sure to check me out. I'm just Youpenga on Instagram, but I'll leave my details down below in the description, just in case you'd like to catch up there, see a few stories that I post, a couple of pictures now and again. But most of all, you know, you guys can message me and reach out if you ever want to talk or have something to share. I love it. I love it so much when you guys see something that reminds you of me and then you send me a link or a post, especially when you're out shopping. That always just warms my heart so much. So thank you so much for being here and taking the time to watch the videos, just share in life with me. I am so grateful for this community. You guys lift me up so much, you encourage me so much, and I just love how we all come together. You know, if somebody's grieving, if somebody's hurting, if somebody's going through it, I always see you guys come together in the comments to show love and support, whether it's for myself or others in the community. So keep doing that. Let's just show so much kindness to each other. I want this to be a joyful, happy place. Yeah, just thank you so much for being you and for being here and sharing in this crazy thing called life with me. But right, I'm gonna quit my waffling as usual and let's get into some questions. I've got them down here, so if you see me looking to that way, that is why. I'm not going to say names, I'm just going to read questions. How is everyone adapting to the new house, dogs included? Also, your new neighbours, what are they like? Everyone has adapted to the house so amazingly. The dogs, I've never seen them so comfortable in a place so quickly. I think they've just really loved having more space, the big garden to run in. We've got a beautiful woodland behind us that we go walk in every evening. Yeah, their quality of life right now is just so good, especially as Gizmo's getting older. He's doing less and you see him slowing down. It's so nice to know that he's got space to just be on the harder days. And Newt, well, she's just thriving and she gets on she gets on so swimmingly with Hope. Gizmo kind of just keeps to himself, to be fair. Like, he gets cuddles and things, but he doesn't really want to play. Whereas Newt and Hope, they love to play, they love to run around the garden. And we, of course, have just the extra space. I don't think we realised how much we needed it until we had it. Just from things like the fridge freezer, what a change that made for us, having a dishwasher. Not that we need one. I mean, gosh, doing dishes for 3 years, not so difficult. But it's been such a lovely luxury to have, and it's a luxury item. So grateful for that, but also the extra space. Burnham having a space for all his PC bits, all his Warhammer, all his gaming, his board games, just all his stuff. He has a home for it. He had so much fun putting together his space, his beautiful desk and shelves, which I can leave linked down below. Those were handmade, beautiful oak, and he really took the time to select those items, put together his desk for the right amount of space that he needs. He, you know, has his big curved screens, which he loves. He's a gamer, so that is where his joy is. Yeah, so he's just got his own space, and although I miss having him downstairs sometimes, I think it's been so nice, especially in this chaotic season of life with a little one. We really get to unwind in the evenings with our hobbies. Now, don't get me wrong, we come together and watch movies and do loads of things together, but it's also been really nice just to have that little bit of our own space, whether I'm crafting with crochet or editing, whether he's gaming or on the Oculus. So yeah, it's been amazing. We've adapted to the bigger space so well, and the one blessing that I keep thinking of as I'm talking actually is just the space Hope has to run around. Seeing her run around the big garden, seeing her be able to just ride her bike through the house, like the downstairs. I mean, she would have gotten 2 feet in the old house. So yeah, just seeing her be able to thrive and have so much more space and freedom, and have so much more of her stuff, you know, her toys, her table and chairs, her book stand. You know, we would have struggled to fit that all in the old lounge, because that living space had the dining table, Burnham's desk, obviously the TV, the cabinet, the couch, the poof. You know, it just had everything in there, as well as the dogs. So yeah, we've adapted really well, and this has been such a huge blessing for us, and we're so grateful that we get to live here. We love this home so much. It's definitely brought us a lot of joy, a lot of comfort, and I am so excited to deck it out for Christmas. First Christmas in this house, and I'm just beyond excited. Completely different subject. What's your favorite dinner and favorite things to cook on the grill? Ooh, okay. Ooh, favorite dinner. My goodness. Do you know, I think my favourite dinner would actually have to be steak and chips, or that Cajun steak pasta is really, really high up there at the moment. Oh, is that my phone? I've shared that Cajun steak pasta dish a few times now. That is incredible, but I am a really big fan of steak. Steak, chips, coleslaw, or steak, boiled potatoes, veggies. Yeah, give me a piece of steak and I'm pretty happy. And on the grill, oh, steaks, chicken, wings. Bubs absolutely loves to smoke like a brisket on the Oklahoma Joe we have. Yeah, definitely. We're definitely a meat-loving family. But yeah, definitely love a good steak dinner. Next question. Do you work full-time with the little one, and how do you find it and organize yourself? Hope it's not too personal to ask. No, it's not too personal to ask. I do still work full-time. I do have a few work from home days, which is an absolute luxury and a blessing. We also have, you know, the absolute blessing of Hope being in an incredible daycare with staff we just love and who she loves, and bring her so much joy, which truly shows in her character when we drop her off, when we pick her up. When you know, you know. So we're very blessed in both those ways, being able to work and being able to have a daycare that we love and trust. And how do I balance it all? To be quite frank, I don't know. I think where I like being busy, it really helps. So I like to be on the go. I like to be doing things. Sometimes I do burn out. Burnham will attest to that. I will go, and then I will crash. Like, I will have a day or two where I am pretty quiet. I just need to rest. I need to just slow down. But I think that's pretty normal when you are a busy mom. I like to take care of Burnham. I like to take care of Hope. I like to make sure the home is nice. I work hard. I really love my job. I've been doing it for, oh gosh, over 12 years now. So, you know, I have a lot of plates spinning at the same time, but a lot of those things bring me joy. Is it stressful sometimes? Absolutely. Do I get mom guilt? Every single day. Every day the mom guilt is real, but I know that we're providing the best possible life for Hope, and that is what is really, really key and important for us. We have goals, we have visions and dreams of what we would like in the future and the kind of life we would like to give Hope, so we have to work hard. So both Burnham and I work full time. It's busy, and I don't like keep an organizational sheet. I don't have a calendar. I don't have a diary that I keep. I literally just probably wing it for the most part, and I maximize whatever time I have. So for example, my lunch breaks, I'll film a video, I'll edit. If I'm home, that lunch break, as you know, you've seen in the videos, I will clean, get the house together, make sure I'm doing laundry. So I maximize every hour of the day, and then when I do feel like I cannot look at a screen, I cannot film, I cannot do anything, those are the evenings where I literally just sit on the couch with a hot chocolate, bubs, a movie, our movie snacks, and we just relax. So yeah, it is busy season of life right now, but I know it's a temporary season. At some point Hope's going to be in school, at some point Hope's going to go to college and uni or whatever she decides to do, and there'll be a new season of life then, and I'll probably crave the chaos, but for now I just embrace it. And I think it is such a gift to be able to look after a home, look after a family, our pups, our beautiful pups. So I just see it all as a blessing, and on the hard days I still remember to be grateful for everything we have. Yeah, it is a bit of a juggling game, but I have an incredible husband who is my best friend, who is my best teammate, and we just make things work, and that truly makes a huge difference as well. Having him by my side, sorry if my phone's going off, having him by my side is also what gets us through every week, every busy week. So yeah, love to see some try-ons again. I know you're super busy being a mom, running a new home and working, but do you think you might be able to do this again in the future? I used to love your clothing content. You have such a clever eye for what looks good. Oh, do you know, I feel so guilty sometimes because I know so many of you were here because of the fashion. If you're new here, if you scroll back, my probably most popular videos, most watched videos are my fashion content. I used to work with brands like Shein and Boohoo and Youpenga and Pink Clove, some brands that are no more. But I did used to do a lot of fashion, and that was just where I was at. I had a lot of time, I didn't have a little one, and it was a good time for it, and I was also really into it at the time. Now, as you know, I still love my fashion. I love to share little finds, I love to show you what I'm wearing, but actually filming a fashion video seems so alien to me now. And when I watch my videos back, I just see this really young pre-mom Candy who had so much energy and looked so youthful. And now I just feel like, you know, I'm really heading to my 40s and I'm a tired mama. So I almost feel like, I guess I'm kind of being a bit hard on myself here, but I feel like nobody would want to see that. I know you're saying you want to see it, but in my mind I'm like, okay, but that's only one person. Nobody wants to see my tired mama self film fashion, but then I know a lot of you are here for it, so it's something that crosses my mind, like on the regular, it crosses my mind to film some fashion. Even today, I was like, oh, maybe, you know, before Burnham and Hope get home, I could try film a quick fashion video. But it's just, I remember the time and effort it took to do those videos, the trying on, the arranging outfits, and then the filming the outfits. Like, I don't know how I would do it now. I like the idea of maybe just filming outfits and doing voiceovers. Maybe that will allow a bit more time for it. So it is something I'm thinking about, especially in autumn and winter. Autumn and winter are my favorite seasons because it's all the cozy fashion and you can just layer up. Look at this, wear one of my summer dresses but just chuck a really cozy cardigan over it. I really want to try do some more fashion, but I also feel like it's just not my content anymore. Fashion videos haven't been on the channel for so long. My heart is in homemaking, my heart is in being a homebody and sharing a life with you a little bit and throwing in some snippets of fashion where I can. So we'll see what happens, but for now I cannot see me getting back into independent fashion videos just for the time, for the stuff as well. I had hordes of clothes. Don't want to have that clutter in my life anymore, and whilst I love fashion, I'm more whittling it down to beautiful pieces that I actually want to wear year on year on year. And I'm really concentrating on, okay, I wore that for a day, I was uncomfortable, I didn't like the fabric, I'm gonna send it off to charity or Vinted it. Now, those are things I'm doing, and then I'm bringing in pieces that I truly love, like this dress, got it off Vinted, 100% cotton, adore it. This cardigan I've had from, oh gosh, what was this, Boohoo maybe? I can't even remember. so long, or maybe Shein, I can't remember. I've had it for so long. Love it. It's just something I can throw over. It's nice and long and it's super cozy. I'll try. I know I put a poll up recently about sharing some of what was new in my wardrobe, and I never got round to it. So that's another thing. It's just the time to be able to do everything is difficult. So yeah. Also, please make sure you grab a hot drink or cold drink, get cozy, because these are the videos where I just get to ramble and waffle unapologetically. So yeah, get cozy, settle in. Next, how old are you? I am 39. I actually had to show my ID to a colleague at work the other day who did not believe me. She thought I was in my early 30s. I told her it's the chub keeping the wrinkles away. But yeah, I've just turned 39. So heading into my 40s, which is so exciting, isn't it? I really see every new year as such a blessing. Okay, it's hard seeing the loose skin creep in and the greys, but that is also a blessing and part of getting older. What's your favourite season? Oh gosh, I think probably autumn. Autumn and spring are probably my favourite seasons. What is the most expensive item you would buy if money was never an issue? Most expensive item I would buy if money was never an issue? Probably a farm, like farmhouse with a few acres of land, chickens. Yeah, that would probably be the most expensive item I could ever buy, especially in the UK right now. Is a beautiful farmhouse in the middle of nowhere with rolling fields surrounding us. So yeah, that would be it. Indian or Chinese takeaway? Chinese. I don't actually ever eat Indian food out or take out or anything like that. We never ever do. I couldn't tell you the last time we had Indian at a restaurant or as takeout. We did have Chinese takeout recently delivered. First time ordering from this place, and yeah, it was really good. I remember it wasn't as flavorful as I remember because we haven't had Chinese takeout for, I can't even tell you last time we had Chinese takeout. But yeah, it just tasted different. But definitely it would be Chinese over Indian. Galaxy or Cadbury? Cadbury all the way. All the way. Don't really like Galaxy chocolate that much. I mean, I'll eat it, don't get me wrong. It's chocolate, but Cadbury wins time and time again. Right, something about motherhood you weren't expecting. One thing that was harder than you expected, and one thing that was easier than you were expecting. One piece of advice you would share with new moms. Oh, that's a deep one actually. One thing about motherhood you weren't expecting. It's quite a hard one for me to answer actually. I didn't expect to have such a small village. That definitely shocked me, and I heard it said so many times how your circle changes when you become a mom, and I never really took much note of it. I just thought, oh well, yeah, I guess, but why would it? But yeah, it really does. That was probably the most unexpected thing. Definitely eye-opening and definitely not what I expected at all, but that is probably the most unexpected thing in motherhood so far. One thing that was harder than you expected, I would probably say food, weaning, the mess. I definitely didn't expect it to be that hard, but the mess triggered me so, I mean, it still does to a certain extent, but I've definitely learned to just crack on and deal with it. But when I was first weaning Hope, oh my goodness, the mess. And of course you just have to let her explore the food and let them get into it and get messy. That really, I found it so hard. I found it so hard. And there were often times where I just had to hand the baton to Burnham and be like, you take over now, I'm out the relay. I need to step out for a minute, because I just couldn't cope with the pure mess and chaos of it all. So it's probably the one thing I found unexpectedly hard, was like the food aspect of it, and just the mess of food I found triggering. It's so weird to me, but yeah. And then one piece of advice you would share with new moms. Oh my goodness. If you can, take as much maternity leave as you can possibly take. I know that is not a luxury everyone is afforded. I was so lucky to have had some savings in the kitty. So I was able, by some miracle of God, to be honest, to take my full year's worth of maternity. Do it. Save the holiday, take the long maternity, take all your holiday at the end of it, and just have that time with your little one if you can. That is some of the most precious time I had, and oh my goodness, I wish I could be a stay-at-home mama. I wish I could just be a mom and not have to work. That time was so incredible, so dedicated, so precious as well through that tiny newborn season. So yeah, I would definitely say if you can, save up and maximize that time off if you do get it. I know that's what it is here in the UK a year. I know some countries get more and some countries get far less. So definitely that. And also, I don't think this will speak for everyone, but for me, the power of prayer. My goodness, has prayer gotten me through so far. Prayer has gotten me through so much. Every single night I have prayed since Hope arrived. Every single night I have just taken that time to pray about the day, be grateful for all of it, whether it was the sleepless nights, the craziness, the goodness, the happiness, the sadness, whatever it was. The power of prayer just got me through so much. So whether that's meditation for you, whether that's prayer, whether that's whatever way that you just connect with God or nature, whatever it is for you, I would definitely say find time to do that every single day, because it changes your perspective so much. So yeah, I guess that would be my advice. I haven't got any don't do this, don't do that. Just do what feels right for you as a mom and try to not follow too much noise. Coming off social media for that first year was the best thing I could ever have done. Not being on Instagram, not being on socials. I still watch vlogs and things, but having none of that comparison, because comparison is the thief of joy completely. And I tell you what, that made a huge difference in that first year of motherhood. I turned to friends and loved ones for advice, people who I knew and trusted, whose opinion I truly cared about and respected. Whereas I think sometimes we can get lost online with people saying so many things in different directions, and you're like, well, I don't know who to believe, or should I follow this person, that person? So I listened to those who I was closest with. Yeah, I would definitely say keeping away from too many socials as well would be a huge piece of advice in motherhood, because right now there is just so much online that you are overwhelmed and bombarded with. Next up, do you still go to church? Do you still read to Hope at bedtime? We do not go to church at the moment. Oh my goodness. We have been back and forth on which church we want to go to. You know, we are Bible believing Christians and we have a really good relationship with God. And I know that going to church is important and that community is important. And it is something I want Hope to have in her life. I want her to know the joy of a church family, and I've had that through various points in my life, but as an adult I haven't really had that. So trying to find a church to settle into and feel like we feel at home at is a little difficult. Also, we're just in a season of life where it is hard. We have to work around Hope's nap times. Sometimes we're tired. Sometimes we have to get stuff done on weekends, especially when you work a 9 to 5, 5 days a week. You don't have as much time for that really good family time or going out or day trips, etc. So I know it shouldn't be an excuse, but you know, we're just in a season of life where our relationship with God happens in our hearts and in our home. And I think that's enough right now. I think a lot of people go to church and then, you know, the other 6 days a week, church is not in their heart. God is in my heart all week. I pray every night. Me and Burnham talk about our faith. We don't dive into the Bible as much as we should, granted, but I try to find time for the occasional Bible studies. I love watching Christian content. I love worshipping through music. So whilst we are not attending a church right now, I don't think that diminishes our relationship with God right now. So we will be in a better place to do that, I'm sure, very soon. And me and Burnham, funny enough, me and Burnham have been talking about this recently, and there is a church that we're hoping to attend, but we're just waiting for the right time. So I'll always keep you in the loop as and when with that sort of things. I have no problems in sharing my faith or my journey with that. It's never an easy one, but yeah, at the moment, no church. But we have one on the horizon that we want to go to. Just got to actually get there. But relationship with God is good. So I think that's what's key, isn't it? I think knowing that you're good with God and your heart is there with the Lord is so much more important than showing face at church. So whilst I want to go to church, it's just been a little challenging. And then do you still read to Hope at bedtime. I don't read to Hope at bedtime. We have bedtime prayers and singing, so that's kind of what we have done every single night. We still read to her a lot during the days and before like bedtime, but that actual time where she's in the chair with me, that is our time for prayers, our time for a little bit of worship music, and then she goes off to sleep. So I'm sure eventually the books will come into play, but because they're all downstairs in her bookcase, she hasn't actually got any books in her room anymore, so that's probably also part of it. But she still absolutely loves to read books. It's just one of her favorite things, and it melts my heart, especially when she's like, Bible, Bible, and she goes and gets her Bible and we read that together. Oh, that is like little sweet moments for her mama. Next question, are you going camping this year? No. I was speaking to Burnham. I think we were driving to Wales or back from Wales? And I said, should we just sell all the camping stuff? Are we even gonna go? And he was like, no, we're not selling the camping gear. Like right now, it's just a little bit more challenging having a toddler, but we will go camping again. So who knows? Definitely not this year. Look, with a toddler, it's been a lot easier to make sure she has a room and a cot. Yeah, I don't know. I think we see camping as a little daunting with a toddler. I don't think that's anything to be ashamed of. I just think that's honest. So yeah, not on the horizon. Maybe next year when she's a bit older, we'll see. I've said to Burnham we should definitely just book a local campsite and just see how it goes. And if it goes to pot, we can always just drive straight home because we'll be close enough. So watch this space. Who knows, but not right now. But we've still got all our camping gear. And I'm the one who was like, are you sure we shouldn't just get rid of it? And Burnham has encouraged me to be like, no, we're going to go camping. Don't worry. I think because he knows how much I love it, he doesn't want me to just give it up. I just love that man. Honestly, I'm so grateful for him. So yeah, hopefully next year we will see. But at the moment, we're just enjoying our fancy cottages and host seasons and Haven and all that jazz. What is your favorite room in the house? Oh gosh, favorite room. I love so many rooms. Probably the kitchen. I can't just pick one. I love the kitchen, especially now with the dresser. I love the living room and the space, and I love our bedroom. Just, it's so lovely in there, and oh, just so cozy and welcoming. Oh, yeah, I'd pick those three. I can't just pick one. I'm so sorry. Oh, so somebody asked about your plans for the garden. Honestly, none. I don't plan on doing anything in that garden, and that's just because I don't have the capacity to give any more than I'm already giving, and gardening has just fallen by the wayside. I look after my few little pots not very well, may I say, right now. Also, I love how minimal it is out there. There's nothing that Hope can get hurt on. There's nothing she can rip apart from my flowers. The only thing I would say I would love to do is plant trees, because I think our only one regret with this house is not thinking hard enough on the fact that we have 3-story houses behind us. That has been a little bit of an ick. Like, I just don't like having 3-story houses looking into the garden. So that's probably the only thing I would potentially do, is plant a row of like hedgerow trees, privacy trees, something like that. That is the one thing I would definitely consider. But that'll probably be next spring. We look after the lawn. Hope we'll have little toys and stuff out there. So yeah, no plans, and it feels quite nice. Have you got any holidays planned? So nothing else planned now. Nothing for the rest of this year and nothing next year at the moment. But we do want to plan some holidays. We're thinking to either head back to Cornwall next year. We might do Wales again, but nothing in the calendar right now. I would love to go away for a Christmas as well one year. I've said this to Burnham a couple of times now. I would love to just book a cottage in the middle of nowhere where it might snow and have a fireplace and lovely Christmas tree and just spend Christmas away in a lovely log cabin somewhere. So maybe we might get to that next year. We'll see. Very interesting question, actually. My question is, how did you manage to manifest sort of what we have right now? So the home, etc. And honestly, I don't believe in manifestation. We prayed upon it, we worked our asses off for it, and we continue to work our asses off for it. If it came with a certain level of peace in a decision, I truly believe that those are moments that we need to pay attention, because I feel that's God working in our lives. I feel like when you're heading in a good direction, often it comes with a certain level of peace that you just feel to your core, and we just knew this was the right step for us. Although, like I mentioned, it was quite unexpected. We had no plans on moving, but then things turned around at the old place. It's going to hike the rent up really high, and we just thought, no, let's have a look and see what's available out there. And this place happened upon us, and it just felt so right. Everything about it felt peaceful and contented, and it's something that we just worked upon. We worked for it, we prayed for it, hoped that God's hand was in it and leading us down the right directions. And that's truly how I feel about it, and that's just personal to us. Obviously, as Christians, we do pray upon these things, and that is really important to us. Listening to the Holy Spirit and using our gift of discernment, that is what I feel has led us to where we are now. But everything is temporary and things can change in such a heartbeat, and that doesn't mean that, you all know I'm going to say my battery died. Oh, I'm getting warm. So yeah, I definitely believe it was the power of prayer and working hard that got us to where we are now, and that's just sort of my take on it. Would you like to have more children? No, I think I've touched on this a few times, but of course if you're new here you might not know, but Hope is our one and only, and we have absolutely no plans to have any more children. So hopefully that clears that up. I know I keep getting asked that question a fair amount, and it may surprise people that I do not want any more children because of the absolute love and joy we have with Hope. But I'm nearly 40 and I just feel so content, and my body's already been through a lot of trauma through how Hope arrived into the world, that it is not something I would look to do anytime soon, even if I was considering it. But both me and Burnham have spoken about it, and we are just so happy and content as our little family of, well, 5, including the dogs. So yeah, no plans for any more kids. Somebody asked if we think this is our forever home or if we may move. This is definitely not our forever home. We definitely will be moving again, and we know that just in our heart of hearts. As much as I adore this house so much, there are just a few things that I know both me and Burnham want for the future where it comes to space, like outside space, and where we are. We definitely know that this is not our forever home. So we will be happy here for as long as we need to be happy here for. We love it, and we're so blessed with wonderful neighbours, and that has been, you know, you just never know. So we're so grateful for that aspect of it too, and what's around us and the beautiful, beautiful countryside we do have around us. But this definitely is not going to be our forever home. So one day that will come, and I'll let you know when I know it's the one, but you never know, it might be a few houses to get through yet. We'll see. That was it for the YouTube questions. I'm going to jump on my phone and head to the Instagram questions. I'm also conscious we've only got about 15 minutes left now. So, will you come back to Shropshire for a holiday? Absolutely love Shropshire, so that will be on the cards at some point. What sort of job do you do? Are you full-time, part-time? How do you find work-life balance? So we've touched on that right at the beginning, and I work in import and export. This is a different one. What routine do you do for your nails? Always beautiful. Thank you. I do nothing. Absolutely nothing. My friend Jenny did my nails. Oh, when was it? I remember it was when we went to Longleat for that first time after ages. I remember I had this French ombre she did. Incredible, but I did find my nails were so weak after having the bio gel, so I wasn't keen on that, but I loved having them. I really need to book in with her again and maybe see if she can just do something a bit more gentler on my nail. Generally, I hate upkeep. I hate the thought of having to go for infills. I hate the thought of having to get them off and on again, so I haven't had them done since. It's also, you know, financial. It's a lot of money keeping up with nails and stuff, and in the back of my mind I'm always thinking, oh, that's a day out, or we could do this instead, or, you know, so I do nothing with them. I just wash my hands very regularly, and I try use a cuticle oil that my friend Jenny gave me. Actually, it's beautiful, I think rose smelling one. I try use that on my cuticles. I keep them shorter and filed, and I often just have a clear nail varnish on them, which is often like a base coat or a nail strengthening coat, but that is it. honestly. That is it. What's the next house project? Nothing at the moment. I love having the dresser. I think the next house project will be Burnhams sanding and painting the dresser. That's probably about it. We're so chilled with all of that right now because we're just so busy outside of everything else. There's just so much going on that often you don't see because I film such small snippets of our life, but we are exceptionally busy, whether it's family, friends, or just life in general. So yeah, no big house projects. It's a brand new house. It's fresh as a daisy, so there's not much we need to do to it. There's nothing we want to do in the immediate either. Oh, somebody asked, how are you? I am good. Honestly, there are so many things going on in my mind at any one time. Often I feel like that's why I love to do these videos, because we just get to sit down and chat, and I am good. I genuinely am good. There are so many things I want to work on though that I feel are not good parts of my life, but as a whole I am just overwhelmingly grateful for the life I'm getting to live. And it's hard to complain about things when you feel so incredibly blessed. Apart from my shoulder, this trapped nerve giving me a lot of issue. It's slowly getting there, but it is definitely hindering life right now a little bit, and just aches and pains in general, like the aging. You definitely feel it as you get older. And I remember saying in a vlog a few weeks back, I was like, oh, you know, I've got things on my heart that I'd really love to talk about. And I don't know why you saying how are you makes me want to bring this up, but I do feel like I'm tired and I need to do better with looking after myself. I live off caffeine. I barely drink like just tap water, hardly ever. And I know the water and coffees counts. I do know that, but it's still just the caffeine, or then in the evenings I'll have a Coke Zero. And whilst I will never ever get rid of my love of Coke Zero, I definitely feel like I need to just get back on track, because you do start to feel it. And as a busy mom, really treasure your health, and I feel like I'm not at my best. I definitely need to get back to healthier eating, healthier hydration, and moving my body more actively. So although I'm busy and I do loads of things and I run around after Hope and I'm generally on the go, my hobbies are quite sedentary. So editing, I sit down. My job, I sit down. So for the majority of hours in a day, I'm not physically active. So that's something I'd like to work on. Yes, I am good and life is so beautiful. I think we all have things that just niggle at us in the background. So I'd probably say that's how I'm feeling at the moment. Whilst I'm happy and so blessed, there are so many things niggling in the background that are like, you need to do better at these things. Eventually I'm going to sort it out, but my goodness, finding the motivation and willpower to want to change up things is hard right now, because I'm just running on empty half the time. And just the thought of trying to then like focus on something else, like a workout routine or a new food routine, etc. Like I just can't. And Weight Watchers, I love it, but it's gotten so expensive per month. So expensive per month. Oh, anyhow, that was a bit of a ramble after a simple question, but that's why we're here and that's why we're sitting down chatting. How do you find the energy to cook dinner every evening during the working days? I don't know, I just do. I want to have like home cooked meals for the family. Like when we go to the stores, Burnham will often be like, oh, can't we just grab some ready meals? And I'll say to him, I really don't want to fall into that ready meal way again. We did that a lot at the old house where we had a freezer full of like Hearty Food Co ready meals. And while they're great and I think they're good meals, I am so much more conscious now of making sure Hope has a good, healthy, home-cooked meal. And I want her to remember that of me. I want her to know that her mama cooked her fresh, home-cooked meals. Sometimes Burnham cooks and he'll take the reins. Sometimes I'll cook and I'll take the reins. And on days where we're just feeling low energy, having things like a pie in the freezer is so helpful. Or just doing something simple like a breakfast dinner, so bacon, eggs, beans, toast, and just having a nice simple breakfast dinner also is great. And then there's evenings where I will just cook for Hope and me and Burnham will have a picky tea. But I always ensure Hope has a full hearty meal. And I think that's what's changed for us, and that's what makes it so easy to do, is that I know I just want to do the best by her, so it makes it easier in the decision making. Do you like your new village or town? Are you far from your previous one? We love it here. We are not too far, maybe half an hour difference now. Absolutely love it. We actually lived close to this area when me and Burnham first got together many moons ago, and we're sort of on the other side now in a different village, but love it so much. Have you started or will you start any family traditions since having Hope? Lots of love. So daily prayers is something I've done with Hope since the moment she arrived. That is definitely something I hope to carry on for as long as she allows it. Traditions, we're starting to think and build on those. As for traditions, we haven't really started any just yet, I don't think. No, I don't think we've really set any hard traditions in yet. But this is sort of the first Christmas as well where Hope's going to be a bit more aware, and I definitely think we'll start putting in things that we do every single year, whether it be going to this place or that place. I'm not too sure. We're still working on it, honestly. And I'm sure they'll come more naturally as time goes on, though. I think that was it. I think that was actually all the questions. Okay, that's amazing timing. I have 3 minutes left, so I hope you enjoyed sitting down with me today and just catching up and talking about a few things. I really enjoyed it. These are moments where I feel like we can really connect and just chat and catch up. Life is just crazy right now, and I'm sorry about the fashion. I know so many of you were here for the fashion. I hope that the snippets I can give in the vlogs are enough, and if I get the time and I can, I'll try and put something together for autumn and winter. But otherwise, I hope that what I can share of fashion will be okay going forward. But thank you so much to those of you who have just stuck it out with me for so long. I saw a comment the other day that said, you know, I think it was on the Wales vlog, that they had remembered the first time we went to Wales, which was 5 years ago. So it truly means the world to me that so many of you have been here for so long, through so many different walks and seasons of life, through highs and lows and taking breaks and all that sort of stuff. I'm really grateful. So sorry, I'm just looking at Newt because I think she might want to go out. But thank you so much for spending time with me today. I know it'll be a long one and a bit rambly and a bit waffly, but at least I feel like we can have a good catch up and just actually chat. Newt's scratching at the door, so that's my cue. I'm gonna go let her out and then get back to my day. If you have any other questions, just leave them down below. If you want to see more Q&As like this, please do give me a thumbs up, or I don't know, just let me know in the comments, because I love sitting down and doing these. I really genuinely do. They're so much fun just to catch up, sitting with friends. I wish you could talk back to me. That would be so nice. But yeah, thanks for being here, thanks for being you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I'm trying to get 2 videos up a week where I can, so do watch out for a Wednesday 6 p.m. upload. I'm gonna do my best to try do a few more of those. You may have already seen some, so it'll be Wednesday 6 p.m, Sunday 8 a.m. So yeah, I hope that works okay for you guys. Anyhow, I gotta go. I love you lots. I will speak to you real soon. Much love. God bless. Take care. Mwah. Bye.